Hi there, Cancer, and welcome back to Star-Lord is Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of December 2025. Can you believe we are at the end of the year already? Oh my goodness. So, I want to take a moment to wish each and every one of you very happy holidays. I already shuffled a card, laid them all out in the monthly format. We're going to start off with your overall energy and then break it down week by week. So let's get started. Cancer, your overall energy is the Ten of Swords reversed. Ten of Swords in the upright position can point to a bottoming out of a situation. This is where we hit critical mass with a certain subject matter, with a person, a relationship, or something just goes off the rails. Maybe for some of you that has already happened. And now you are in healing mode because the Ten of Swords is reversed, which represents healing from that situation. You're kind of over it now. You're finally moving on. Now, this could be due to the fact that the situation was rectified, or maybe you have just worked on your own healing and you've moved past it. Could be, the beautiful energies of the holidays. I don't know what's going on here. Let us know in the comment section below. Okay, week one, you have the Two of Pentacles rooted down by the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. So the Two of Pentacles is good. This is harmony in the midst of change. Maybe you've changed something up. This can come about when we have switched from one job to the next, or even when we've taken on a secondary job. Sometimes this can represent, doing a side hustle or something, but whatever it is we're doing it with ease. It could be, say for example, maybe some of you have full-time jobs and you've decided to, take up studies. This is like, okay, I'm taking a course now in order to better my future, things like that, but you're doing it with ease. I always say great news if you're moving right at the beginning of December. This can indicate a smooth transition. Great energy around, like moving homes, moving offices and stuff. This is like a smooth move. Things are turning out well. Sometimes the Two of Pentacles can represent juggling our finances and making sure everything lands where it needs to be. And it's rooted down by the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. This is the Worker Bee card. This could be some of you are working really hard in order to gain something. This could be maybe you have a financial objection or something. Not objection, but I don't know. My mind just went blank there. Projection, maybe you are wanting to make X amount of dollars, before the end of the year. You could be working really hard. Some of you to finish up projects. A lot of times, year end, people want to just get everything all finished up. So you could be working really hard at that. Others of you could be working really hard in the home. Maybe you're hosting the holidays, and so you're getting everything cleaned up. Whatever the situation is, you're very focused in week one on getting something accomplished. So to everyone else out there, do not bother the Cancers in week one. They're very busy working and juggling things. Okay, just tell them that if anybody calls you to say, look, it's week one and I'm a Cancer, so just don't. Just don't. Don't put anything else on my plate. So week two, we have the Page of Pentacles rooted down by the Six of Wands in the upright. The Page of Pentacles is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sometimes the pages come up as younger people in our lives. This could be representative of our children, grandchildren, people that we know that are the youth, and they can be sometimes contacting us. When it's the Page of Pentacles, they're usually contacting us about financial matters. Now, this could be that they need finances for school. This could be that they're letting you know they got a scholarship. If it's not representing another person, this could represent that you are getting news or a message in week two, perhaps that you have been selected for an intern position. Maybe you have been, it could have something to do with schooling for yourself. This could be I always call it the checks in the mail card. It's like you've been given a grant or a student loan or something like that. So it's positive messages around finances, especially when it comes to, it could be home too, because pentacles do represent the material things in life, which is our home, our property, our business. Could be being granted a business loan or being granted a home loan or something like that for some of you. But for others of you, it's surrounding school. And it's rooted down here by the Six of Wands in the upright position, which is the card of victory. I'm just smiling right now because I actually have a young niece in California who is a Cancer, and there's this thing around her university and everything right now. So I just made the connection. Six of Wands, very happy to see that. That's victory all the way, baby. This can represent, being well received. This can be, this can again go with that Page of Pentacles where, you've worked really hard, Cancer, because we see hard-working cards just prior to. So this could be, an acceptance into, a coveted school or university because we've really put in the work. So congratulations for that, if that's the case for you. But if it's coming in a different way for you, where as you put in the work, maybe this is a business loan, you've been selected to have, X amount of dollars startup money for your business. Either way, it's a victory. This can be finally getting the recognition we deserve. This is pats on the back, congratulations is due here. Beautiful energy at the beginning of the month. Now we're moving on to week 3. We see the Seven of Pentacles rooted down by the King of Swords in the upright. Seven of Pentacles represents reevaluating our financial situation, or it could be our material situation. Maybe some of you are looking at something you have invested a lot of time into, maybe even put money into. It could be a business for some of you. This is where we're wondering, yes, it has paid off until now, but is this something that we really want to continue investing in? Sometimes this can literally be representing investments, like actual investments. Maybe some of you had money invested somewhere and you're like, okay, well, maybe I should diversify, add in some different stocks here. It could be that that's what the case is for some of you. For others of you, this could be a job that you've been doing for the last 7 months, 7 years, whatever it is. Could be a place and you're just like, yeah, it's paid off. Remember, we're just reevaluating it. We're not doing anything just yet. So some of you could be looking at what you do for a living, or, how you make your living, and you're just like, I don't know if I want to continue investing in this any longer. Maybe I want to switch it up. Maybe I want to do something else. King of Swords is rooting it down. This is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Now, the King of Swords can be somehow connected to this reevaluation situation, but this can also represent an aspect of you, could also be somebody new coming on the scene in the 3rd week. Sometimes the sword people can represent surgeons, they can represent people in the military, they can represent arbitrators, lawyers, surgeons, yeah, but arbitrators and police officers, people having to do with the law. Or, because remember, the King of Swords is all about, they leave emotion out of it, first of all, and they just want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. This could be an aspect of you, Cancer. Maybe you just want some answers and you want the whole truth from somebody, and you just want to get things straight because you're reevaluating something. Could be somebody in your life who's connected to your material world, your finances, your home, and things like that. Maybe you want answers from this person. For others of you, there could be, a legal matter going on in the courts that has to do with finances, and perhaps there's an arbitration. And there's, money to be allotted, and you're just trying to, figure out where you're going to put the money or what you're going to do with it because you're reevaluating your finances. Plus, it could be your home as well because it is a material asset, right? Week 4, we have the moon in reverse rooted down by the 8 of Wands upright. So the moon upright can point to illusions, deception, self-deception, deception coming from others. It can be illusions and misunderstandings where we just don't really understand what a situation really is. We're looking at it from one perspective, but it really isn't that. It could be, somebody's deliberately trying to fool you, but it could also be you're fooling yourself, or there's just a veil over something that you don't see it clearly. But when the card's inverted, this is where something becomes crystal clear, which is really good because you are reevaluating something. So to get that clarity, maybe it's surrounding that, but it could also be surrounding a person as well. And then the 8 of Wands is, this is arrows of love find their mark. This is the last week of the month, the last week of the year. And you're getting some clarity now. It could be about travel, because sometimes this can indicate sudden travel, a need for sudden travel. But this could also represent some clarity around a new love interest for some of you, because the 8 of Wands is arrows of love find their mark, but it also can represent business as well. This is a lot of communication going back and forth. I always say it's great news for those of you who just went into business for yourself. This can indicate a lot of new clients. It can indicate a lot of new sales if you're in sales. So there's a lot of commotion, a lot of fast move. It looks like you're jumping into 2026 boldly here, boldly going. You've got a lot of clarity between the King of Swords and the moon in reverse. You have lots of clarity. No worries here at all. Looks like a pretty good month for you, Cancer. Now in closing, I will be pulling 3 cards from the Angels Answers. This is what I've just been using this deck the last few months for the monthlies, just to give some added information. So your first card reads, wait, wait, don't move just yet, because something's happening at the end of the year. And your second card reads, no. If there's something you're reevaluating and it's like, should I? Maybe the answer is no. Okay, and the last card you have here is, it's up to you. So whatever decisions you're making towards the end of the year, it looks like there's so much clarity here. You don't even really need to listen to your intuition or anything, although always listen to your intuition. But it looks like right here, whatever's going on here, Cancer, is already the stars are aligned, everything is written, and you just need to move into this positive energy. So that's what I have for you, my dear Cancer. I want to thank you very much for joining me. I really, really hope you have a wonderful month ahead. And I hope the reading helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, hype, share, and subscribe. And I will see you again in the next video. Take care. Much love. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.